From bringing the president of Ukraine back down to earth.
You're gambling with World War III.
To shutting down journalists.
You are the enemy of the people.
And showing his unbeatable strength. Here are the moments when Donald Trump shut down disrespectful guests. Let's start with the story when Trump met the leader of North Korea, a country known for its propaganda. Trump was told that Kim Jong-un wanted to meet him. During their talk, Kim tried to scare Trump with nuclear weapons, but the U.S. president didn't give in and showed who's really in charge.
Another thing I want to ask too, something historic that I'm always amazed by what you did is how you got along so well with all these world leaders, especially Kim Jong-un. What?
I did. I think we would have had nuclear war. Had Obama been able to stay, or had crooked Hillary Clinton become president, you would have had a nuclear war with North Korea. Absolutely. I think you would have had. And if you remember with me, it was very rough. Little Rocket Man, and he was calling me names, and I'm calling him names. And remember, he said, I have a red button on my desk, and it's got very big power. And I said, no, I have a much bigger button than you do, and my button works. And
the next moment shows how scared Trump's political enemies were of him gaining power, and how he proved he couldn't be broken. On July 13th, 2024, in Butler, Pennsylvania, there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump during a campaign rally. The attacker, 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, fired at least 8 shots from a rooftop 150 meters away. One bullet hit Trump in the right ear. Despite the blood on his face, Trump raised his fist in victory, showing his enemies who really has the strength and cannot be defeated.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
After the Secret Service decided to evacuate Trump, that was the moment he showed his invincibility.
Still unclear exactly what happened, but a very big security concern there for former President Trump. Secret Service agents now surrounding him. And they are taking him off the stage.
Since physical attacks couldn't stop him, his enemies tried to ruin his image, starting with mocking his looks, especially his hair.
Can I mess your hair up?
But Trump shut everyone up in the most iconic way when people compared his hair to a wet raccoon.
Donald Trump, you are known for your terrible haircut, and now I can see why. Your hair sucks. You look like Justin Bieber caught on fire.
What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair? A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars in the bank.
That was just about his appearance, but the media tried to destroy him with fake news. In 2017, BuzzFeed and CNN spread the Steele dossier, a report full of unproven claims about Trump's ties to Russia. Trump compared the media and the intelligence agencies to Nazi Germany, and later completely shut down a CNN reporter.
That's something that Nazi Germany would have done and did do. I think it's a disgrace. That information that was false and fake and never happened got released to the public. As far as BuzzFeed, which is a failing pile of garbage, writing it, I think they're going to suffer the consequences. They already are. And as far as CNN going out of their way to build it up.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question?
Go ahead.
No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
since you are attacking
No,
our news
not you.
organization,
Not
can
you.
you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are
is
attacking
terrible.
our news organization.
Your organization
Can you give us a
is
chance
terrible.
to
Let's
ask
go.
a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can
Quiet.
you state...
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Can you
She's
state
asking a
categorically...
question.
Mr.
Don't be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude. No, I'm not going to give you a question. I'm
you-
not going to give you a
can
question.
Can you state categorically...
You are fake news.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Speaking of CNN's unprofessionalism, you have to see how Trump hilariously shut down CNN reporter Caitlin Collins during a briefing in the Oval Office. She started shouting without being asked, breaking the rules of the Oval Office. Trump, who respects rules more than people like her, quickly showed that CNN has no class.
Mr. President, you won the White House in part because of high inflation. If your tariffs make prices go up...
Excuse me, we haven't asked you to speak yet, please. Right?
That same day, he totally destroyed CNN, showing why no one watches it.
And this should have been done by Biden years ago. This should have never been allowed to happen. I know he's a friend of yours.
But couldn't Putin just withdraw his
He's a friend of CNN. That's why nobody watches CNN anymore, because they have no credibility. Okay, who else? Yes, please.
These are not all tragic moments of CNN. The next one shows the unkindness of the redactor of this station.
You are the enemy of the people.
Trump was answering a question from a CNN reporter, and after Trump answered the reporter's question, the man interrupted the rest of the conference, but Trump quickly fact-checked him.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask,
much better.
if I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask
Peter,
one
go
other
ahead.
question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
That's
I was going
enough.
to ask one of the other folks.
That's
have had-
enough.
Pardon me, ma'am.
Excuse
Mr.
me.
President,
That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question,
let's
if
go.
I may ask, on the Russia investigation. Are you concerned that you may have?
I'm not concerned
indictments-
about anything with
that you
the
may have
Russian
indictments coming
investigation
down?
because it's a hoax.
Are you-
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead.
Over the course
Okay,
of the...
just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people.
Staying on the topic of reporters, in the next clip, Trump showed his dominance over media people who didn't even know what the conversation was about.
Okay, question? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her. She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
In a tweet this weekend, Mr. President, you said that it's incorrect to say you're limiting the scope of the FBI investigation.
What does that have to do with trade? I don't mind answering the question, but, I'd like to do the trade
It has to do with the
questions,
other
yeah.
headline in the news, which is the Kavanaugh
I know,
nomination.
but how about talking about trade, and then we'll get to that. We'll do that a little bit later.
Do you think the trade,
Anybody have a trade?
Do you
Go
think
ahead,
your trade
please.
deal will pass through Congress, sir?
I think so, but, if it doesn't, we have lots of other alternatives.
But the final moment showed Trump's true power and cold blood when he brought the president of Ukraine back down to earth.
You're gambling with World War III.
In February 2025, during a meeting at the White House, Zelensky came to sign a deal about natural resources. He brought tough demands and rejected Trump's ideas for resolving the conflict. Instead of giving in, Trump looked him in the eye and said, "You're gambling with World War III."
Nice ocean, and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God bless.
that.
You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I was
You don't have the
in it.
cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III.
What do you think
You're
about?
gambling with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once?
Trump showed he's not afraid of any untouchables. He put Zelensky in his place so strongly that the world took notice.